Hello there. So we are going to take the notes that we took or you looked at yesterday, and we're going to try our hand at designing our own periodic table. So as you see, there's a Google Drive document here for you. Go ahead and open that. It is linked into Schoology, so all you have to do is, if you don't see it under assignment, hit document, hit edit, and then you can go back to this assignment page and simply hit submit, and everything is saved for you and it's already in the system. So plus I can see where your progress is as well. So if we need any help with this particular project, which sometimes people do, feel free, and I can look at it in real time while you are working on it. So that's pretty neat. Alright, so launch this and open it. And the goal of this is that you're going to kind of review the fact that the periodic table is a way to organize items, as well as how the elements are portrayed on the periodic table. So you're going to create a periodic table that demonstrates how objects that we use every day, could be cereal, could be food related, could be music, could be movies, could be makeup, could be pickup trucks, other types of vehicles, things of that nature. And they just have to be able to be organized. So there's wide open topics. So make sure you choose one that you can categorize in at least 2 different ways. So dates, colors, costs, maybe the company that makes it, size, genre, if it's music or if it's movies, or any other properties that can divide it up. So you are open to use whatever it is that you would like. So once you've figured out your topic, you need to organize that. So make a list of the items that you want to use. So for instance, here let's go to the example first. So this one's kind of fancy in how it's laid out, but the way it's set up is perfect for this project. So it's a periodic table on cereal. So they have pattern cereal, flake cereal, loop, spherical, and I'm not sure what that last one's supposed to be, but you get the idea, and then they've got a random column here. So they organize it, they're organizing it in columns here. So the pattern cereal, they got some Chex Mix, looks like, and then there's some Captain Crunch in there, and so on and so forth. So there's some Fruit Loops in the loop category, which makes sense. And there's some Cheerios in the Fruit Loops, or in the loop category. Apple Jacks, man, that's a good cereal that is old. I remember that when I was a kid. So in any case, they are organized. It tells you how they are organized. And so in this particular case, vertically, they're similar shape. They also say that horizontally, as you go from left to right, the shapes become more regular. Okay, that's pretty objective, but it works. All right. If you were going to do something like vehicles or something of that nature, you could organize them by brand. You could organize them by size. So if you're doing pickup trucks, you could organize them across the top by brand. So Chevy, Dodge, so on and so forth. And you could organize them the other way by size. So, you know, F-150, F-250, 350, so on and so forth, and you get the idea. I've had several people do makeup. Makeup is pretty easy to do in this. There's different categories of makeup and different uses for it, and different companies that make it. So that's one that works pretty well as well. Food is always popular. I've had people do different types of art work, some historical things, excuse me, and so, you know, animals work as well. Dogs, breeds of dogs. There's different groups of dogs, like hunting, toy, sport, things of that nature. You get the idea. So let's go back up here, and once you figure that out, create a list. You need to have a minimum of 20 elements, so you need to have a list that has at least 20 items in it. And then they are going to be arranged in a minimum of 5 groups and 4 periods, or 4 groups and 5 periods. So take a look at your notes from the previous day. and how the periodic table is arranged, and there needs to be some relationship to that. So each element needs to have an elemental name, a chemical symbol, an atomic number, an atomic mass, and then beyond that you need one choice item, so you can put a picture in there, you can put a price, you could come up with something there. So if you're confused here on how the periodic table works, yesterday's yesterday's folder will have the periodic table notes part 1. That would be a fantastic place to look to remind yourself, or look at it a little bit more closely if you just kind of skimmed it and didn't look and didn't get too familiar with it. All right, so you are required to do a key, and that's mainly so that I know what is going on with each one of your elements here. Don't forget a title, and I see that I have a spelling error there. 2 ways to do the project. You can create slides on this document, and you can insert boxes and things of that nature. If you do it that way, you can use several slides for your project. That's not a big deal. Or you can put it down on paper if that's preferable for you, and then you can take a picture of your project and insert it into this document. Just make sure that if anything is not readable, that you write it in there and you give me an idea. All right, so make sure that your picture's legible. Either way works just fine. So get creative with it. Remember that chemical symbols can only be 1 or 2 letters for the most part, and the first letter is capitalized, the other one is not. Atomic mass is in decimal or whole number form. You can make that up. You can't use the same characteristic for 2 pieces of information. So if you say 1994 is the atomic mass, then you can't use 1994 for the atomic number. But some of this stuff you're going to be making up along the way. So you're just going to have to, because that's what they did when they made up some of this stuff to begin with anyway. So here's your example again, and the rubric here. Again, I encourage you to work within this document. That way, if you run into any issues, I can help you in live time, and I can see exactly what it is that you are working on. Good luck, and make sure you ask any questions. This is a bigger project, and we will continue working on it next week. So don't be, this is usually a 2-day project, so don't be alarmed if you don't get it done today. It'll be all right. Take it in chunks. Do the first part of it today, and we'll finish it up next week. So good luck to you, and let me know if you have any questions.